wonder if this the one with that song in there that I like. Wearing PJs. I don't discriminate.
Yo, DJ smash up.
It's all trash, all this music. Like, you gotta force yourself to like that. That shit is trash. Who's gonna make a good track? That shit do not sound good. I'm like I'm in Italy. That was cute. If I could name that previous song, I would name it Starting Over. Because it sounds like somebody moved to Italy, maybe Paris or something like that. And they just started their life over. And they're just like, oh, who gives a fuck? Like this is my name now. This is who I am. No. That other shit, that's not me. I love that. I love that for them, whoever they are. I love that for you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna listen to that again. That was cool. I'm gonna call that Starting Over. Starting the fuck over. I'm gonna call this getting to know the town. You're getting to know the town now. He's getting to know the town. He's starting over. He started over, now he's getting to know the town. That's what it's giving. Get the fuck away from people. You're doing too much. Can I give a shout out to your friend? Hello. Shout out to the friend. Shout out to your friend. Pito Parado. Peter Parado. Peter Parado. Shout out to Peter. If Peter's a good person. If Peter's a good person, shout out to Pito. I like good people only. I don't do evil motherfuckers. If you're evil, I don't give a fuck about you. I'm just being honest. If you play too much or you fuck with people, you on here harassing and stalking or cyberbullying, I don't like you. That shit not funny. That shit not cool either. And I hope they come get you. I hope they arrest you. I hope you get charged for people committing suicide online. I really do. That's what I hope happens to you. I hope you're haunted by their spirits and stuff like that. I hope you can't sleep at night. You fuck around and find out. Leave people alone. Yeah, that's your problem. Trying to make a few dollars. Nope. I hope you get sucked into one of those dark holes, and I hope that dark hole sends you straight to that bottomless pit. That's what I'm over here hoping. If you're a piece of shit sitting on the internet fucking with people, trying to drive people crazy. I don't like you. And that's that. Leave people the fuck alone. But if you're a good person, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody, all the good people of the world. Shout out to the good people of the world who are doing good things, amazing things. People who aren't greedy and knowing that, okay, look, you know what, we're all here. And although it's of course, it's important for me to look out for my people, I'm not going to do that at the expense of other people's cultures or other people's livelihoods or their children. To me, you're evil. And what's crazy is then people wouldn't do that for you. So you look stupid on top of that. 9 times out of 10, they don't like you. So I'm not into that. Are there any normal people in the chat? I have a question. Any normal people in the chat? I wonder, where's my moderator? She probably asleep. What time is it? Oh shit, it's 11. Yeah, she probably asleep. I was wondering, should I wear my low tops with my Uzi, or should I wear my high tops with my rifle? Trying to sit here and look a little better. I haven't been feeling this, like doing makeup and hair and stuff. I haven't been feeling it at all. This is my first time putting on some makeup in a long time. And I'm not even doing that much, just a little something. Nothing crazy. I've been picking up a lot on auditory. Almost like I can hear what's going on. Like I can hear conversations. I can hear what people are saying. And it's kind of strange. It's kind of strange. I'm like, I really don't be wanting to hear what people are talking about. Especially when they talking about some bullshit. I don't want to hear that. But I don't know, maybe it's some type of activated ability. I have no idea. That's my favorite Tupac song. What is my favorite Tupac song? I don't know. I like all of them. I like all the Tupac songs. I can't think of just one. Oh, America's Most, what is it called? America's Most Wanted? With Tupac, not Tupac, with Snoop Dogg. Ain't nothing but a gangsta party. I like that one. Probably at the top. Why do you ask? I want to know that. What was the point of you asking me that? Come with me. Hail Mary, nigga, run quick, see. What do we have here now? Do you want to ride or die? There's a lot of Tupac songs that I like. Oh, yeah. That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. West Side Bad Boy Killers. Oh, yeah. You want to fuck with us? You little young ass motherfuckers. Don't one of you niggas got sickle cell or something? Fuck around and have a seizure or a heart attack. You better back the fuck up before you get smacked the fuck up. This how we do it around on this side. Any of you niggas from New York want to bring it, but we ain't singing, we bringing drama. Fuck you and your motherfucking mama. We gonna kill all you motherfuckers. Now when I came out, I told you that this was just about Biggie. But everybody had to open up their mouth with a motherfucking opinion. So this how we gonna do this. Fuck Mobb Deep, fuck Biggie, fuck Bad Boy as a staff, record label, and as a motherfucking crew. And if you wanna be down with Bad Boy, then fuck you too. All you motherfuckers, fuck you too. All of y'all motherfuckers, fuck you, die slow, motherfucker. My fofo make sure all y'all kids don't grow. You motherfuckers can't be us or see us. We motherfucking thug life riders, west side till we die. Out here in California, nigga, we warn you, we'll bomb on you motherfuckers. We do our job. You think you the mob, nigga, we the motherfucking mob. Ain't nothing but killers and fuck what? Guns in they motherfuckers back. Oh? You niggas can't see us. Fuck. We bad boy killers. We killers. We killers. We killers. That's a crazy one. Tupac went crazy. Tupac went crazy. I ain't got no motherfucking friends. That was crazy work. I also like, I wonder if Heaven Got a Ghetto. It's so many. There's so many. What else do I like by Tupac? Ambition of a Rider. I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't wanna fuck with me. Got the police busting at me, but they can't do nothing to a G. Deny it. I'm a straight rider. So many battlefield scars. This life is a pop star. That's crazy. That one is crazy. I like that one a lot. And then I'm trying to think, what else do I like? By Tupac. You get me? Tupac. Oh yeah, California Love. I gotta get California Love. I don't bail fresh out of jail, California singing. Soon as I step on the scene, I hear hoochie screaming. Fiending for money and alcohol, the life of the side playing with, and it's all ball. Something he said. Only in Cali when we brought us, okay, live and die. Yeah, to live and die in LA. It's the place to be. You got to be there to know it. Everybody wanna see, yeah. Die in LA. It's the place to be. That's the shit. What else do I like? Those are like mainstream songs. There's a whole lot of them. Oh no. I know Damien from what was that, next Friday? No, that was Friday after next. Damien from Friday after next. He like Tupac. Tupac. Gangster. He liked Tupac probably more than anybody. Okay. He dancing and shit. Big ass sitting in front of that TV. Damien. My son Damon home right now. Damon. Yeah, Damon. And he's gonna manage to kick your skinny punk black asses right on up out of here. You ain't got that right. What's your favorite? That's a fake profile. I think all of these are fake profiles. I sure do. Let me see. Let me see what the tarot cards have to say, because I think y'all playing a game. I think y'all playing a game. I don't feel like playing no games. I keep telling y'all, leave me alone. I don't feel like playing no game. What's your favorite scary movie? I mean, Tupac cool. My sister was the Tupac fan, not me. Growing up, to be honest, I was more like what rapper did I like back in the day? Like, excuse me, I'm talking about like actually like, what rapper did I like actually like when I was a child? I used to like Hammer Man. MC Hammer. I used to love me some Hammer Man. With that cartoon. I used to love that cartoon. Whenever there's a crime, some crooks are gonna do time. They all better beware, because the Hammer Man will be there. I like that type of stuff. I like the black heroes. Here's how it started a long time ago. The legend of the hammer and how he began to grow. He was given magical shoes from a hip-hop Motown dude. Together they had power and stood up for what was right. But Gramps was getting old and he couldn't keep up the flight. So Gramps and his granddaughter, they went out on the road to find a man they knew good job was worthy of the load. They met a guy named Stanley who was dancing every night. He helped the kids play every day. His heart was out of sight. So Gramps and his granddaughter, his heart was out of sight. He opened up the magical bag and took out the magical shoes. He set them on the ground and they soon began to groove. The shoes moved at once. They had finally found their man. They hopped right on his foot and then he came. Hammer Man, Hammer Man, Hammer Man, Hammer. That's my shit. That's their problem. They don't know nothing about nothing. I used to be on that Gullah Gullah Island. I used to come on, let's play together in the bright sunny weather. Let's all go to Gullah Gullah Island. I used to be on that Gullah Gullah Island. Gullah Gullah Island. We Gullah Gullah Island. And let's play together in the bright sunny weather. Let's all go to Gullah Gullah Island. That's the type of shit I was on. I was on that Gullah Gullah Island. Crazy word. But yeah, my sister liked Tupac. I remember she cried when Tupac died and we were looking at her like, you do know that you like actually don't really know Tupac, right? But we get it. We get it. You're overly dramatic, and that was like your favorite celebrity guy. She used to have the little Tupac T-shirts, the posters, and all of that stuff. But I don't know. Like when Tupac was really, really big, I was just a kid. Didn't really listen to Tupac. For a long time, I didn't listen to Tupac at all. It wasn't until like the 2000s that I started like listening to Tupac a little bit. And then as I got older, of course, I'm more like the Nas type. I like Nas. I really do. I like Nas better than I like Tupac. I like Most Def. Who else do I like? There's a whole lot of them. But like I like the old school rappers, like non-violent, but kind of like real. You know, like the real like conscious rappers. I'm more so into that. I'm conscious. Like I'm more so into that type of stuff. Tupac was pretty revolutionary. Don't get me wrong. His music was really dope. And if you listen to songs that aren't necessarily mainstream, you'll see what I mean when I say there's a lot. You know, Tupac, he has a lot to say. He's one of the best, honestly. He's one of the best. And be that as it may, I started rapping myself. I have this rap. It go, how could you beat it? Ho, stop pleading. Get on your knees and wipe my feet and give me them dollars. Niggas wanna holler. If you what you pimp, pop your collar. I don't die. I just multiply. That was my rap. And then I had another one too. I used to do voicemails. As you can see, your girl TT is out right now, so it's best to call back or just drop your number down. And don't forget to leave your name too. And when I get the message, I'll get right back at you. The AM is so sweet. Record your message like right after the beat. With that can't stop, won't stop beat in the background. That's what I used to do. I used to be rapping myself. I have a whole lot of raps that I probably even forgot. But yeah, we used to rap. We used to write raps and stuff. Stay after school and rap our songs and sing our songs and stuff. I'm gonna start rapping myself. Oh, I have a So Gone freestyle too. How does it go? Oh, I think it go gone like the wind. So yes, I'm stepping in because I've been writing raps and I've been flowing since a kid. Now I'm growing on my own. And if I'm gonna write a song, it's only right for me to turn my people heads on to some knowledge that is. See, I'm off of the kids. And if you gonna cross my path, I'm gonna need you to do your math. What you know about knowledge yourself? Do you know your health is your wealth? See, bro, if you mess with me, I'll raise your frequency. What you know about chakras and activating that pineal gland? What you know about Africa? Wait, what you know about chakras and activating that pineal gland? What you know about human anatomy or African land? Do you know where you come from? What you've been through has been taught to you wrong? See, it's time to wake up, beloved. We so gone. Let the skin that you in. Stop aborting your kids. Learn the U.S. Constitution. Start a family biz. Learn economics and politics, biochemistry, astrology, metaphysics. Learn some mythology. Gone. That was my rap. That was my goal. So Gone. Remember the So Gone challenge? I hopped right on that. I said, see, it's time to wake up, beloved. We so gone. That's their problem. They don't know nothing about nothing. They don't know how to, they ain't fucking with that. I'm going to do it again. Gone like the wind. So yes, I'm stepping in because I've been writing raps and I've been flowing since a kid. Now I'm growing on my own. And if I'm going to write a song, it's only right for me to turn my people heads on to some knowledge that is. See, I'm off of the kids. And if you're going to cross my path, I'm going to need you to do your math. What you know about knowledge yourself? Don't you know your health is your wealth? See, right, if you mess with me, I'll raise your frequency. What you know about chakras and activating that pineal gland? What you know about human anatomy or African land? Do you know where you come from? What you've been through has been taught to you wrong? See, it's time to wake up, beloved. We so gone. Love the skin that you're in. Stop aborting your kids. Learn the U.S. Constitution. Start a family biz. Learn economics and politics, biochemistry, astrology, metaphysics. Learn some mythology. I remember when I wrote that rap. I wrote that here in Vegas, sitting at the house. And it was the So Gone challenge. And I was like, you know what? I'm about to hop on that. I was like, I'm about to hop on that. Why not? I mean, I do rap too, you know. I do a lot of things. I do a lot of creative things. And I love rapping. I love rapping. You know, rapping is one of my favorite things to do. When I have the time, the energy, the effort, you get me? Like, I just like to rap sometimes. And there's nothing wrong with that. So gone over you. Do. Silly on me. Devoted so much time to find you a faithful boy. I nearly lost my mind. Drive past your house at night and then I'm a car. It's always crazy when I do a tarot card reading, which I haven't been in the mood to do. That's why I haven't uploaded. But when I do a tarot card reading, it's so crazy to see how that shit unfolds. I be seeing shit happen that I predicted a lot. And I'm not even actually predicting. I'm just reading. I'm not necessarily predicting. Let me correct that. I'm just reading. And I be seeing things just play out and I just be like, oh wow. Oh wow, it's a gift. It's definitely a gift. But have I decided to go demonic? No, I'm not demonic. No. I don't have to be demonic. Okay, I'm blessed. I'm protected. I'm lovely. I'm beautiful. I'm special. Honestly, I believe that we're all special in our own way. But what matters is if you know it. And you don't have to be demonic to use tarot cards. Matter of fact, if you're trying to convince me that I'm demonic, that just lets me know what you are. And you're going down too. You have way too many flaws to be trying to talk some shit. Tell somebody that they're demonic. Matter of fact, you don't deserve to be in my live chat. You can get the fuck from around here. Just put your food in the air. I got a big ass hole in my mouth. Let me tell you. I got a big ass hole in my mouth. You look crazy. I can even smile like how I really want to. See it? You can see it. I gotta get my teeth fixed. That shit is crazy expensive. But it's just one. It's just one tooth. And that's what I get for eating meat. Because when I first started eating meat, I bit into a Wingstop chicken and I cracked my tooth. It's back here. And so now the tooth is out. And it really, 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 really sucks. It's like I'm seeing something that's not what that says. It says blush, hear, love, blush heart. Yeah, that says blush heart, blush heart. Hello. I'm seeing something. It looks like a parade. It looked like Mardi Gras. That's what I think I'm seeing. In the back of my head, I think I see Mardi Gras. And I'm like, yeah, that's New Orleans what I'm looking at. Because I see people, I see a parade, and then I see people. At first it started off as somebody going like this. And then I'm standing there like in spirit, kind of sort of like on the side, because obviously it's a view, you know what I mean. And I see somebody like throwing the little beads and stuff, but they're up top. They're like inside the building, on like the second floor or something like that, and they're throwing the little beads. That's interesting. I wonder, what does that have to do with anything? And then I just saw something about a crocodile. Wow, just little random things like that. You know, they just come to me. Little random things like that. Or is that an alligator? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's an alligator for sure. I don't think that that's a crocodile. Wait. Oh my goodness. I see like it's like a six-bodied snake. Imagine 6 snakes in one. I just saw like 6, and it's really, really big. Whatever this thing is that I just saw, this is crazy. This is why I try to clear my mind. And I just try to be careful who I interact with, because sometimes I pick up on things from people. Yeah. I see a big snake, and it has 6 different bodies. Okay. So now it's telling me something about heat. I see something coming from the sun. And it appears to be pulling people towards it, like something about like a really big magnet, and it's like heat, and it's pulling people towards it, sucking people up. That's crazy. But I do see heat. Something about the heat. That's random. Oh wow. Now I see a whole bunch of people running inside like this is like a building or a castle, and then there's something about a bridge. Because I see people trying to make it. They're trying to hurry up. There's like people on this side like, come on, hurry up. So I see people running, trying to make it before the bridge, because the bridge is like going up like this. Before this bridge, something about that. I don't know what that's about. Most of them people didn't make it. They tried to hurry up and go across that bridge, but they didn't make it. Oh wow. These are some random thoughts. I like this though. I think this is like channeling. I think that's what this is it. I think that's what I'm doing, channeling. Now I'm picturing there's a man and a child. The man has on khaki pants. They're flooding a little bit because I can see his socks very clearly. It's almost as if I'm sitting right in front of him on the train. And there's a little girl or a little boy next to. I see a kid. I don't know the sex of the kid. But I see him showing the kid something in a book. And they're sitting on the train. That's random. I think I like his shoes. Or I really liked his shoes. I'm remembering his shoes. Or I'm seeing his shoes. There's something about the man's shoes. Now this is... Oh, what is going on tonight? What is going on? Moon went into Virgo, right? Damn, Gemini. Gemini got a lot of stories this time. No, you know what I think? I think I've matured into my gifts. And I think that my mind is used to me comprehending things. And it's like my right and left brain are both activated simultaneously most of the time. And so I think that what I'm doing is I'm interpreting these visions. But it's so crazy because these visions are real. They just seem to be almost like, you know that show Sense, what is it called? Sense8? Almost like that. Where I'm pretty much everywhere. All I have to do is picture it. I'm everywhere all at once. That is so scary. Sometimes I can see what's in somebody's house. I don't know. Look, I know y'all think I'm playing. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. Sometimes I can see what's going on inside your home. Won't be exactly like I won't be able to like unless I've been there before or I've seen it. Like if I can get even like a virtual of it, I can kind of like teleport there and navigate. But what happens is the scenery changes. The furniture will be different, something like that. The colors will be different. Almost like a dream. You ever dreamed about your house, but your house looks different in the dream? But you know that that's your house or your grandma's house or something like that, but it looks a little different in a dream. Like every time I see Las Vegas in my dream, it doesn't look like Las Vegas. And it's so crazy because sometimes I have these really, 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 really deep dreams of me being afraid of being away from my family and being away from my hometown. And I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel so away. Even in the dream. Like it'll show me in like some type of a skyscraper looking down at the city and kind of sort of experiencing this feeling of unfamiliarity. I'll never forget that I was in a sky, I think they call it a sky rise. I was in a sky rise, but that was here in Vegas, and I've never seen whatever I was seeing in that dream. I've never seen it before. But I just remember feeling so lonely. And sometimes my parents, they'll come visit me in a dream. Like I'll be thinking that I'm having family coming over in my dream, and usually my mom and dad are there, and I love those dreams because they feel so real. Like even in the moment, like it feels like I'm with my parents, and I'm always happy. Like I'm always happy to see the family. But this one dream in particular, Vegas looks so different, and my grandma was here. I saw her crossing the street. She was jaywalking, crossing the street. And I was like, Granny? She was young. I was like, what are you doing here? That was very strange. Yep, I saw my granny in a dream. She was here in Vegas, but she don't live here. To my knowledge, she's never lived here. One time I had a dream that I looked in a mirror and I was an Asian woman. I was Chinese. That was the first time I ever looked in a mirror in a dream. And I was Asian. And I was like, wow. And I remember touching my faces. I was like, this is how I really look? That shit was so strange. And I was like, wow, what kind of reality is this? I be having some crazy dreams. But that recent dream about Vegas, that didn't look like Vegas. Oh yeah, and then when I was a kid, I used to have this dream of flying saucers. They used to be hovering in like the local neighborhoods and stuff. And it looked like a battlefield, like a war zone. There's a whole lot of, they're kind of small, these saucers. Not that small, but they're kind of little. I used to always have that dream over and over and over again about the flying saucers. That was strange. I don't know what the fuck be going on with me in these dreams. But yeah, I have so many dream stories to tell. I think I should write a book called Dream Stories. That might be easy for me to write. I think that's what it is. I think that's what's taking me so long to finish this book. I have to write literally from my imagination. And it's hard to do that when you're doing like a book, an information book. It takes a lot of research. So there's a lot of stopping, starting, stopping, starting, stopping, starting. And then you get carried away. Well, I get carried away sometimes with just studying. But I got a lot of weird dreams. A lot of good dreams though too. I used to always dream of myself in a big house that had a tree inside of it. When I was young, there used to be this white woman in my dream who had big titties, and she was inside of a phone booth, like with her titties on the glass. Like she had like big porn star titties. And I used to wonder, why am I dreaming about this? She would just be wiping them on the glass. Like, not wiping them, but you know, like, imagine a phone booth, right? You know the phone booth that have the glass around it? She's in the phone booth and she have her titties on the glass and she's like moving them like this on the glass. What kind of shit is this? I've been having that dream since I was very little. I ain't seen her recently. Like in my adult years, I have seen her. I don't know who the fuck that is. Ain't no telling where that comes from. There's no telling. She was for damn sure in that phone booth. And that was back in the 90s when we had phone booths. I remember a lot of my dreams. I have a whole lot of dreams to talk about. Somebody said fuck off with a devil face. That's really crazy. That's random. Fuck off. Excuse me. Fuck off. That is crazy. That is some strange shit. That's exactly why I don't fuck around like that. I don't know what you mean by that. Fuck off. Sounds like some weird shit. this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to recap my 2026 prediction video and go look to see what's happened so far that I looked into. This video was originally uploaded for members only, and I recorded this January 1st, 2016. I recorded it live. Let's see. Yeah, January 1st, 2026. My speaker went out. They wait until April. They believe April is the first month. So whenever you're looking at this, this is for, again, the year 2026. Whenever 2026 actually it really is. Okay.
Power on.
Right here I am, finally.
Bluetooth pairing.
Take a look at the overall year of 2026.
Bluetooth connected.
Whenever you're looking at this, this is for, again, the year 2026. Whenever 2026 actually and really is. Okay. So hey, there goes a normal person. What's up, East Cleveland? Shout out to you. Thank you. I'm gonna be popping on and off the camera, you guys, but I'm here. We're just chilling. If you have some questions or if you want to talk about something, now's the time. But I'm recapping my 2026 prediction video. I'm thinking about doing an update also. I'm thinking about doing a part 2 where I look into the middle up into the end of the year, because I think I could have done much better. Like if I'm like actually in the mood to read, I can do a really good job. And I think that I can do a lot better than this. But I'm surprised at how much has already come to pass that I spoke about in this reading. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just listening to this video. Alright, so part of the year, and then we're going to go into quarters. So I'm going to do 4 quarters, starting with a card of the year, and then pull some oracles, some tarot, all of that. So let's tap in. I'm using the Giant Rider-Waite. Let's tap in, please. Important messages only, accurate, clear messages only for the year of 2026, please. 2026, the Ace of Wands is at the bottom. I like that. So this could be a really good year for those of you who are trying or looking to start projects. I feel like this is going to be a year full of opportunity. This is about taking action. Energy and motion. This could be somewhat of a magical year, especially those of you who are active in your life, active in your community. I'm getting your actions, which are a reflection of how you think and your belief system, are what's most important. This guy I was talking to just pulled a Houdini move, saying he's cool. Why? I wonder, what's your sign? Are you a Sag? Does it clap? Does what clap? It could be significant. Of course, this is a number 1 year. Oh, you're a Scorpio. I haven't really been reading for Scorpio. Wow, so he pulled a fast one. He'll be back, most likely. That's crazy. Oh, so yeah, Sag and Scorpio. Oh yeah, that's a powerful team. Yep. I'm gonna do a reading for Scorpio. I have Moon in Scorpio. But I mean, shit, if you guys are just talking, then at least you see what type of person you're dealing with. I don't like that. I don't like when people ghost, especially if they're planning on coming back. Don't ghost me, or don't pull no fast one on me, or don't switch up on me. Because when you come back, I'm not gonna trust it. Especially Scorpio energy. You're not gonna trust that. Your reader, your mom says is gonna be okay. Take a breath. I'm guessing you really liked him. I know in the Sagittarius' readings, it's been talking a lot about moving on, karmic relationships, letting go, finally getting to that point to where you let go. But then it was saying that there were still attachments, like subconscious attachments. So that's why I was like, okay, are you a Sag? Because I've been reading a lot for like Sag when it comes to relationships, and that sounds like some Sagittarius shit. How long have you been reading?
So let's
Oh
see.
my.
Wow, look, Ace of Swords. It's now reversed at the bottom of the deck.
15
I'm thinking
years.
there's going to be a lot of lies exposed. This is violence as well. There could be war, strife, injustice, or something about the judicial system could be significant or of importance. Air sign energy or something about the air could be significant. We got the Eight of Pentacles. So this could be also a year of mastery. Self-mastery, something about working or the working class could be significant.
Oh really? You started with playing cards. That's dope. I wonder, do you use playing cards as, or were you using them as like tarot cards or oracle, or did you use them as like their own thing? Hello. Well, I'm kind of chilling right now. I have like a whole vibe going. I do have a few lights on. Does it look too dark? I put on the light on here. It's too dark. Now it's too bright. Yeah, that's fucking with my eyes. I have really sensitive eyes. Okay. Yeah, I like that. That's smart. Do you read on your channel? I'm gonna have to follow you.
This is also a good year for you guys to rebuild, or for people to build or rebuild. something about building, something about mastery, workmanship. Work in general could be significant, the working class, or work in general. Some of you guys also, I'm getting your career is going to be of some type of significance, and or whatever you do for work. It may change.
Okay. I'll subscribe. I'll check out your readings. Oh, I see you. There you are. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check you out. And it's looking like you go deep on the live streams. I know that's right. I just subbed to you. I like that. That's different. Pear potato. Wow, where'd you find this? This is different. I love this. That's like wholeness. Divine feminine and masculine becoming one type of thing. Or being one, being at peace. Oh wow, look at these are different. I like this. Okay. Really? So this is a book? This isn't a card? Wheel of Fortune with the sun and moon? That's different. That's next level. Okay, yeah, I see these ones too. I think that's what you're talking about. The 4 books of the Bible. The Torah? That's what you're talking about? It's a card, but the signs represent the 4 books of the Bible. I see what you're saying. That's why you got the Wheel of Fortune and then the World cards. They both have similar symbolism in terms of the 4 corners thing. The fixed signs. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Okay. Matthew, the book of Matthew. What's in Matthew? Isn't that Jesus? Isn't the story of Jesus in the book of Matthew? Or am I tripping? Isn't it Matthew? Or is it let me see. Oh, all of them. Yeah, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Okay. The primary story of Jesus' life, teachings, death, and resurrection is located in the New Testament, specifically within the first 4 books known as the Gospels. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. never studied it like that. But that makes sense. I thought you were talking about the Torah. Yeah, it is. Really deep. Mm-hmm. I know a lot about the Bible, but not everything. Oh, you said that too. I was this years old when I realized the symbols on the Wheel of Fortune and world cards represent the 4 books of the gospel. Okay, so Mark, Leo, Luke, Taurus, John. Doesn't the bird represent Aquarius? Or is that the man? Taurus, Leo, Aquarius. What's the other one? Oh yeah, Scorpio is fixed water. Yeah, Scorpio. Right. Okay. I'm about to ask a question. It's here too. Okay, so the desert roar. I asked, does the book of Mark talk about a lion? The Gospel of Mark does not explicitly feature a literal living lion in its text. However, the book is famously symbolized by a winged lion in Christian tradition. The desert roar. The symbol comes from the very first verses of Mark, where John the Baptist is described as a voice crying out in the wilderness. Okay, yeah, the man is Aquarius. Okay, man is Aquarius, so the bird is Scorpio, the lion is Leo, and the bull is Taurus. The picture of the stained glass windows are in my church. Wow. Yeah, that reminds me of I think I see that symbolism in the Five of Swords. No, that's the Four of Swords, and what is that? The Five of Pentacles. The stained glass window. Five of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Because I think Four of Swords is also biblically related to one of the characters in the Bible praying and hoping that someone comes back to life. I don't know if it was Jesus or not. It could have been. But you see the woman in the back of the Four of Swords, and the stained glass window. You can see as she's praying to someone, praying for the person who's inside on the casket. Praying. I heard that story before. Like praying for his recovery, for his life. Is that supposed to be Mother Mary? Or do you remember what character that was? Okay, so are they referring to Leo the lion? Are they referring that to the sun, or the son, the son of God? Okay, we know Leo's ruled by the sun, right? Okay, see, look, there it is. Does the book of Mark talk about the sun? The sun, okay, it says, yes, the book of Mark mentions the sun in several instances, usually referencing it to describe the end times of day, or as a natural setting for a miracle. Okay, so the end times, Mark 13:24. During his apocalyptic teaching, Jesus says, in those days following the distress, the sun will be darkened and the moon will not give its light, describing cosmic disturbances. Jesus in the window. Oh, you thought it was Jesus in the window praying, I think, Mary. Okay, I see what you're saying. I don't know if what you're saying is a typo or what, but I can't read that. I'm so sorry. I don't know what that says. I'm talking to what does that say? Luh, Laurel. The full solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse. Oh, you're talking about on the Wheel of Fortune. I like that. That's really deep. That's really deep. I'm gonna go ask about the Four Swords. The full solar eclipse and the lunar, okay, brought darkness of the sun and moon. Oh, okay, I see. You're talking about what I was just reading. The book of Mark. I don't know what to say about that. Let me see. Four of Swords. So you were saying you think that this is Jesus here, kneeling, and then that's Mary. Okay, wait. Four of Swords is correlated to which major arcana? Emperor. What else is another four? Um, Four tarot card that correlates to the fours. Major arcana. That would be 13. What's the 13th tarot card? Death card, right? Isn't that crazy? So that would be like death and then emperor, death of the father or something like that. I'm trying to go deeper into the symbolism as to why we see the biblical characters in the background. Thank you. Thank you for being kind. In different decks, the windows are different. I know. I have a deck where there is a woman and child and okay. Wow. So I guess you can kind of switch it up and keep the same overall meaning in terms of, like the biblical meaning. Maybe it could still represent, because what I was trying to do was piece together, okay, what major arcanas correlate to fours, or what's four. So I'm thinking 13, which will make sense. 13, and then Emperor. Am I missing one? Okay. No, that's it. Yeah, death with Emperor. And then if you look at the Four of Swords itself, you can kind of put that together with death and Emperor. Maybe it's the end of a what do you call that? Like the end of a civilization, or the end of a reign, or someone of power or significance passes. And it brings about some type of change, or there's a change in the state of the world, and like it's kind of giving me like monarchy, like the end of patriarchy, end of patriarchy. That's what I'm picking up. Okay, also four elements, four corners. Yeah, four corners, four seasons. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. I'm kind of tapped in. I see things in my dreams. Lately, tarot readings or tarot readers been resonating heavily. Okay. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I've been watching more tarot readings in the past few days than I have in a long time. They've been resonating a little, at least a little bit. Now, what kind of shit is that? Can you show your boobs? That's very inappropriate. Absolutely not. Somebody get that jigaboo up out of here. Tell that motherfucker to get from around here. Somebody please tell that motherfucker get from around here. This not that. That's crazy. I have to hop off. Okay. It was good talking to you. Thank you for coming through. You're welcome. I'm not tapped in with tarot as in reading, but I know the ancestors have been watching me. That's good. I'm happy that you're at least tapped in with that, guiding me as well. I'm working through a lot of darkness right now, and I definitely appreciate you guys. Yeah, you'll get through it. You'll get through it. I hope you do. Oh yeah, that's a troll. A weird troll, yep. Probably ain't got nothing better to do. Like, there's so many places where you can go see some boobs. Go see them. That's low vibrational. There was something I was about to research in terms of the major arcanas correlating to the minor arcanas, and how you can correlate the meanings when you combined or when you use numerology, right? You combine those meanings. Even the Four of Pentacles. So just stand on the fours, the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Swords. And I'm thinking of the Rider-Waite-Smith's artwork. Four of Swords, Four of Pentacles, the Four of Wands. Wow. The Four of Wands and the Four what am I missing? Four of Cups. And see how you can correlate that to the major arcana. Emperor, and what was that? The Death card. Let's see. King of Swords, Eight of Cups reversed. Ooh, that's interesting. Six of Swords reversed. Queen of Wands, Devil reversed.
Battery low.
What are you telling me about? What are you talking about, Tarot? Tell me about an air sign. Oof, Magician reverse. Wait, oof. Uh-oh, there's somebody in here. It's telling me about someone who's in the chat. Why? Why do I need to know? Mm. This is either a Pisces. Okay. And this is telling me something about spell work. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or water sign female could be significant. Oh, wow. Wow, temper. Oh,
Battery low.
Sagittarius. Okay. I think the cards just wanted me to be on alert. They just wanted me to know that there's somebody in here that. I'm trying to see. Did I read the first one? Oh, no, yeah, I did.
Battery low.
No, I'm not reading. I was kind of sort of going into like this studying. First, I was looking at my video, and I was gonna go into that the predictions video, and I think I stopped at it saying something about work or people's careers and something like that, and then we started talking about tarot as it correlates to the Bible. Your sister was born in October. She kind of suspect she might have put something on us. So you think that your sister put something on you, like some spell work or something? That's what you're saying? I think that's what you're saying. October is Libra or Scorpio, right? Okay. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure they do. Ancestors have a very special way of communicating with us. Okay, so let me see this. Emperor and Death card. That's like Mars Scorpio. And then I was thinking four cups, four of pentacles. Let me see that. I'm trying to figure out what's going on the four of Four of Swords.
Power off.
There it is. Four of Swords. Let's spend some time. Or is it, do I have this wrong? Okay, no, I don't. 'Cause this is after the Emperor. 5. Okay. I studied this a long time ago too. It's probably written down somewhere on one of them books. So crazy because what's next? The 5 of Swords. After the 4, the 5 of Swords. That's crazy. Where's the 2 of Pentacles here? Okay, so Death card, Emperor, got a major arcanus. 4 of Swords, 4 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. I'm missing the 4 of Wands. Oh, this is also colonizing too. It has to be, because there in so many ways you can interpret the cards and their meanings. Definitely getting colonization. Almost giving like Indians and pilgrims. If you want to see the Fool as like Christopher Columbus type of thing. You can kind of read that like that too. I'm searching for the 4 of Wands. Let me see. Yeah, where is it? I must have passed it up. Four of Swords, 4 of Wands, where are you? Sorry, I'm trying to do something here. There it is. Okay. So fire, water, earth, air. Right? Fire, water, earth, air. Or north, south, east, west. Winter, spring, summer, fall. North, south, east, west. Did I already say that? North, south, east, west. Does anybody know what the first element is? What's the first element? Does anybody know? Thank you. I'm pretty sure you are too. Thank you so much. Hope. I appreciate that. Okay, so hydrogen was the first element created in the universe. Hydrogen. This thing is going deep. It's telling me something about hydrogen. Let me see. Beryllium. The fourth element. Probably got to get back to chemistry and studying the periodic table. And for elementals. Hi, everybody. Okay. This is very interesting, this stuff. Okay, so beryllium is used in aerospace, electronics, medical imaging, and nuclear energy defense. That's what this just told me about. Okay, so biblically, let's see. The death card is so deep. There's so much going on. There's a dead body. There's someone here who looks like she's just passed out. Or like she fainted or something. A little child there, she looks like she's fainted. And there's another child that's looking up at the horseman, I guess the Grim Reaper. And then I think that's supposed to be the Pope. The guy standing there. I think that is the Pope, yeah. Then you see the sun When you look closer, you can see the sun in the background. And this horseman, he's already dead. He's a skeleton. That's crazy. So if you're already dead, I'm going to get glasses at. See this a little closer. Mm. Mhm. Gotta be, gee, this gotta be the story of, it gotta be, especially with that Neptune energy. Okay, hangman, death, and then temperance. This has to be the resurrection. Hangman, Neptune, this has to be Jesus, like on the cross type of thing. Death and then the resurrection. That's what I'm getting. But then it's like, okay, well, then why is the devil after temperance? If I'm thinking of it in that way, what would that mean? This is interesting because I'm noticing the temperance card. I'm noticing symbolism, similar symbolism here. I see in both cards, I see the sun. See right there, temperance. It's on the other side of the mountains. And then on the death card, you see it right there, and then you see like the silhouette of the mountains. And I believe that's the tower. Or that's what I was thinking. I was like, is that the tower right there? Tower is after devil. That's two towers. But then again, it may not be towers. Those could be pillars. reminds me of like faking your death. I don't know why that's what I'm getting. This reminds me of faking your death because that number 13 is there. That's what that reminds me of. I could be wrong though. Maybe that's not what that's saying. So basically, okay, Sagittarius, was it Sagittarius that shot the bow and arrow through the sun or something like that? Let me see this. Because now it's going back to astrology. That's mythology. They're trying to act like they don't understand my question. Sagittarius represents Chiron in Greek mythology. Right. And then 13, Ophiuchus. That makes sense. Ophiuchus. Okay, so let's see this Four of Swords again. Okay, so a knight lies still on a tomb, hands folded in a posture of prayer or deep meditation. I'm looking at the Four of Swords. This represents conscious surrender, peace, and stepping away from the chaos of everyday life. I think it's more to it than that, but okay. Often depicted in the background, stained glass window. This window shows a figure being blessed by a church official It points to seeking spiritual retreat, divine counsel, or taking refuge in a sanctuary. Okay, Three of Swords. Or I'm sorry, the three swords hang on the wall above the knight, representing quieted thoughts, mental distractions, or lingering problems that are currently being put on hold. A single sword lies pointed horizontally here. Beneath the knight, symbolizing a grounded mind and a focus on the central issue. Excuse me. Okay, so the knight, the tomb setting. The knight, according to what this is saying, the knight is resting on a tomb or stone bed. While this can evoke images of a funeral, in tarot, it typically symbolizes retreating from the outside world into an inner space, like a cocoon, to rejuvenate one's physical and mental energy. So the prone knight, hands in prayer. The mosaic imagery. In the background, a beautiful stained glass window illuminates the otherwise dark church. It frequently depicts a woman and a child, or a holy figure radiating spiritual light. The word pax. Many classic versions integrate the Latin word pax, or peace, into the mosaic design. The window represents the outside world, continuing to turn while you step away. It acts as a reminder that spiritual light, sanctuary, and community support are waiting for you once your period of healing is complete. Okay, so the knight rests inside a church or monastery. Okay. Now let's see what this book says about the Four of Swords. See, this is a different Four of Swords here. Look at the imagery here. This is different from the Rider-Waite. I hope that could be seen. Yeah, there we go. See that? Four of Swords. I still see the Knight though. Okay. Peace and order established in the midst of strife through strength and the exercise of arms. Law and the firm administration in troubled times. Rest and the opportunity to recuperate from the ravages of battle. A welcome retreat from the stresses of life can indicate necessary hospitalization. So this isn't going to give me that symbolism, no way. I'm going to have to grab that other deck. I mean, the other book. But basically, that's what I was looking for, that story that I once came across about the characters here. And then this reminds me of like the Promised Land. Okay. So Torah is the first five books. First 5 books of the Hebrew Bible. Okay, yeah. The written Torah, the oral, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of religion in tarot too. There's a lot of religion. I think that there's many ways of interpreting these cards. But I was more so heading or looking for the biblical meanings. Before I get back to what I was doing. I'm just thinking about some stuff. With these tarot cards. Okay. And then fives. Mm. This makes sense. Especially with the Six of Pentacles being next. Or that should be able to make some type of like sense, some type of mundane sense. Where's that sit? There it is. Mm-hmm. Let me see if I'm picking up what I think I'm picking up. Okay. Cardinal fixed mutable. Right? Aries, Taurus, Gemini. If you want to do zodiac, and then, or this would be Mars, Venus, Mercury. What the hell is up with all these black women regressing to witchcraft? I mean, that's clearly Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, right? Because we're up there, the little genitals. Adam and Eve in the Garden. This is deep. Mm-hmm. What's crazy is what's throwing me off are the cups. But okay, if I use what I just learned from her, or what I was just reminded of with the what did she call it? The 4 books of the Bible. Okay, Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John. Was it Mark, Matthews, Luke, and John? Was it which one represented water? Because that's where I'm a little confused. The water element is throwing me off big time. Even the water cards. But it's like, okay. I mean, everything else makes sense. Like all of this together, this, especially this, and then especially this 5 of Pentacles being correlated to the Hierophant. That makes sense. I mean, even the 5 of Swords makes sense. 5 of Wands, of course. But these two, it's just not clicking. It's just not clicking for me. I don't know why. Let me see. Okay, it was Scorpio energy. Okay, that makes sense. I had to remember. Okay, it's correlated to Scorpio energy. Wow. Oh. All right. So what is 5 of Cups? Is that? I know. Okay, 5 of Cups. Which deacon of Scorpio is that? Okay, so astrologically, the card signifies Mars in Scorpio. Wow. Looky. That makes sense. Because it was the government that killed Jesus. Type of thing. You get me? That makes sense. Damn. Okay, finally clicked. I have to keep Scorpio in mind. Keep Scorpio in mind. Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio is what I keep forgetting. Makes sense. So Scorpio, if I'm keeping in mind the 4 books of the Bible, or yeah, each sign that they correlate to, right? With zodiac energy, like on the Wheel of Fortune and also the World card. I'm like, okay. Keep the elements in mind and keep the minor arcana connected to its major arcana correspondences. That's next level. That's hard to do. That's very hard to do, but I think that's probably the best way to read. So Scorpio, Leo, Mars in Scorpio, and then, okay, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus. Okay, so yeah, I was right. This is first Deacon Leo. Five of Wands, first Deacon Leo. That makes sense. If you keep in mind that the four elements, or the four books of the Bible, and the elements that they represent, and then the zodiac signs that they represent, you can remember how to make this all make more sense. Okay. First Deacon Leo. Wow, and then look, Five of Swords, Venus in Aquarius. I didn't know that by heart. I knew it was Aquarius. But okay, Venus in Aquarius. You know, Aquarius sure could fuck some shit up. But they need to stop. They need to stop doing that. Some Aquarius people, not all of them, of course, but some Aquarius people, they really are troublesome. They really are. They know how to misconstrue some shit. They know how to get everybody into it. They had the whole world at war. The whole damn world be at war because of an Aquarius. Like, Aquarius, please go sit down. For some reason, Aquarius people, a lot of them, not all, a lot of them just can't sit down. They can't. It's very rare you come across an Aquarius that's sitting the fuck down somewhere. You're not. They're always doing something. They're always doing something. Damn, Aquarius. They're always doing something, something crazy or something like out the blue. Like what? Oh man. But there are, I think that considering the decan or the degree of Aquarius, that's also very, very important. Okay, so let's see, Five of Pentacles. So Venus, okay, Five of Pentacles is astrologically associated with the sign of Taurus, specifically the first decan of Taurus, and is governed by the planet Venus and frequently linked to Mercury. Okay, I can see how that would have to do with Taurus energy. I mean Venus energy, right? Venus, okay, because Taurus is ruled by Venus. Now Aquarius, this is Venus in Aquarius. What did the other one say? This was first deacon Leo. What is that? Oh, opposite of Aquarius. Wow, that makes sense. That makes sense. Fire and air. That's crazy. That's Squid Games. This reminds me of Squid Games. And then earth and water. Okay, let me see this Five of Cups. Mercury and Taurus. That's not what it just said. Oh no, I'm looking at Five of Pentacles. Okay. Opposite of Taurus is Scorpio. Opposite of Leo is Aquarius. Where's the World card? So I think I'm looking at the wrong thing. I think it's, yeah, that's the same. Or are those the mutables? I never got that damn fast. I think those are the mutables, but I could be wrong. They kind of sort of look like the other ones. They just have wings. They just have wings. Let me see what this. There it is. So opposites. Opposite of Leo. Opposite of Leo. Or opposite of Leo. Opposite of Leo is Aquarius. And then opposite of Taurus is Scorpio. These are the opposite signs as they correlate to the tarot cards. Alright, these are opposite signs. And then these are opposite signs. If y'all can see where I'm going with this. Wow, that's crazy word. Okay. Let me go get my coffee. Okay. All right, so keeping that in mind, I would say opposite of Taurus. Scorpio. So where's that death card at? Right. This is some next level shit. I mean, really, I've already done this series. I think I just need to sharpen up on the scale, or just remember it, type of thing, so I can keep it in mind as I go. Makes reading the cards easier too. As long as you can remember the elements and how to correlate the minor to the major. Okay. Wow. Now it makes sense. Opposites. This makes so much sense. Wow. That is hardcore. Shit. So that would be Venus and Scorpio. Right. Damn, Venus and Scorpio. That's crazy. Venus and Scorpio is contradictive. That's scary because I have Venus and Scorpio. You know what? This is starting to really fuck with my head because it's all starting to make sense. But I knew it though. Like I knew it. I knew it wasn't. I knew it because. Now let me double check. Wheel of Fortune. Are those mutable? Are those immutable signs? Oh, they're still saying fixed. Nope. I thought those were mutables. So those are still the fixed. Okay, so they both feature fixed. It's just they have wings. That's pretty much the only difference I see that they have wings. It looked like the Leo is on the phone or on some type of a headset. The Taurus is reading a book or writing a book or something like that. The Aquarius energy, I can't really tell. She does have a book in her hand, and then they all have books. They all have books in their hands. And these are anthropomorphified beings, though. And yeah, they speak about them in the Bible too. And it's just so crazy that's oh yeah, the Phoenix rising. That's the Phoenix. Okay. Them bird claws, that ain't nothing to play with. That's scary. That is scary. That reminds me of Jeepers Creepers, that bird, like, you know those bird hands that he had? And just pick you up. That's some shit to get picked up like that. Off the ground and flown away by some big ass killer falcon or some shit, or some big ass killer phoenix or bird, some type of bird. That's scary. But that's how Jeepers Creepers do you. I do not like that thing. I can't stand him. Oh, I don't like that. Ugh. That is a scary ass movie to me. That shit is scary. I do not like, I don't like that car that he drive. You know that scene where they're on the brother and sister in the movie, the Jeepers Creepers movie? The scene where the brother and sister are in the car and then they're talking, and then all of a sudden the trailer that was in the back of them turns right, and then you see his car from a distance coming out. I can't stand that shit. That shit is irritating as fuck. I can't stand, I do not like, he's just so scary looking. So ugly too. Oh, I don't like him. I think out of all of them, he's the scariest. Jason, Freddy, all I do not like this thing. Jeepers Creepers, I do not like it. Oh, yuck, look at him. Ugh. Yuck. That is so ugly. Like, it gives me, like, literally the creeps. Literally, I never did like him. Then he take certain parts, like he'll take your eyes, your ears, your like that's sick. And then he got the JC, the Jesus Christ initial thing going on, JC. I don't like that. He needs to go. Ugh, yuck, look at him. This is fucking disgusting. That is, ugh. That don't look good at all. That looks so disgust. That is disgusting. Imagine seeing your face pop up on somebody. Nah, no. I don't like that. That's creepy. And then he could smell the fear. Like he's smelling shit. And I don't like. That's why I don't like people smelling me. I don't need you smelling me. You can back the fuck up off me. Don't come smelling me, because I'm gonna think of Jeepers Creepers on some very childish shit. I do not like. I just thought randomly about Jeepers Creepers. I do not like that movie. That shit is scary. That ugly ass car. And then that song came on. And then remember that movie is crazy. They even had a psychic in the movie. Have you heard the cats yet? Did you hear the cats? What fucking cats? That's some scary shit. Somebody tell you, did you hear the cats yet? Because you're going to die around that time. That is some crazy ass shit. Did I hear the cats yet? Hell no, I ain't heard no damn cat. And then just think about it. You do hear a cat, you thinking, is this it? What's about to happen? Got a motherfucker somewhere on the highway following people. And then it's like, once he see you, that's it. He even went after some teenagers on a bus. Like, damn. That, He looked bad. He really did. He looked real bad. I do not like that. I hate that. I hate Jeepers Creepers. I really do. I hate him. Imagine that shit in your house. Like, that's nothing to play with. That's scary. Imagine looking outside and you see that fucking car. You see his car parked in front of your house. And then he turns into a cocoon and shit. He's in cocoon. He's in cocoon mode. He's a scarecrow. That's disgusting. He's a bat. Ew. And he don't give a fuck. He out there doing road rage. That's ghetto. He ghetto on top of that. He don't give a fuck. In broad daylight. Nope, I don't play that. Oh, and he can fly too. He got them crow feet. Yeah, that's why I don't like them toes. I don't fucking play that. Look at them nasty toes that he got. Ugh. Yuck. They all black. Ugh. That is scary. And he come pick you up and you fly off with his nah. That's scary to get flown away like that. Some getting flowed out. Oh, you gonna get flowed out, all right? Oh, you about to get flowed out or flued out? Oh, you gonna get flued out. That's crazy. Okay, Jeepers, get the fuck on. Let me see this. Okay. For this makes sense. Venus and Scorpio. Damn. That's crazy. So now if you're reading your cards, you see the major arcanas come out, you can combine the energies. So you see Hierophant with death, Venus and Scorpio energy. You see lovers with death, Mercury, Pluto. That's for next levels. I think that's next level. To be able to read your cards like that. That's next level. Right? It's easy to see the low vibrational shit. It's easy to see that. It's easy to see, oh, that's the end of some type of commitment. Maybe someone's aging, or maybe you're changing up your look or something like that. For like quick references, but on a deeper level, Venus and Scorpio. It's so opposite, so to speak. It contradictive. Venus and Scorpio. That shit is intense. Venus and Scorpio says key characteristics, the all or nothing mindset. Surface level connections hold little to no appeal. Venus and Scorpio needs mind, body, and soul intimacy, and would rather wait for a profound bond than settle for casual flings. Naturally enigmatic in perspective, they often draw others in through an aura of mystery and raw intensity. Fierce loyalty. If you earn their trust, they are deeply devoted, fiercely protective, and willing to go to the absolute ends of the earth for their loved ones. Dark side is trust paranoia, fire and ice dynamic. When hurt or feeling vulnerable, they may impulsively shut down or push people away to protect themselves from emotional devastation. Grudges. Betrayal is rarely forgiven or forgotten. They can hold on to grudges long term and have no trouble permanently removing someone from their life if trust is broken. Wow. I don't know why this is telling me about a person. I'm just asking about Venus and Scorpio, period. Okay. Some type of a transformative relationship. Venus and Scorpio. So that's detriment. It's in his detriment. Venus and Scorpio is in his detriment. So occurs when a detriment occurs, obviously, when a planet is placed in the zodiac sign directly opposite the sign it rules. So detriment occurs when a planet is placed in the zodiac sign directly opposite the sign it rules. Venus rules Taurus and naturally dislikes the intense, probing and all or nothing nature of Scorpio, which is ruled by Mars and Pluto. And to go deeper, you want to see, okay, well, what sign is Venus in? This will probably... Okay, so these two cards just flipped out. I'm about to get off here. I've been on here for too long. I'm sleepy too. Moon with Hermit. Kind of giving Moon and Virgo. That is so crazy because didn't the Moon just go into Virgo? These just came out. Moon and Virgo. Well, the Four of Swords again. Four of Swords was what? I know, I think it was something in Taurus. Or, damn, I didn't figure out that quick. Was it... Was it Mercury? Mercury in Taurus? Let me see. Oh no, this is... Ooh, I'm all the way off. This is Libra. Okay, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Why is it, this is wrong? Why is it saying the planetary ruler is Jupiter? Didn't I just do this? Jupiter and Libra, okay. I have to remember that. I can keep Jupiter in mind from the biblical aspect. Jupiter and Libra. I have all of this written down too. Six of Cups is... It gotta be Cancer energy. It could be Pisces too though. Let me see. I need to study this all over again. Each card in the zodiac. Yeah. Oh, this is Scorpio energy. Six of Cups, Scorpio. Oh, Scorpio sun. Okay. So... But it can still represent water too, but it's primarily associated with the sign of Scorpio. I'm surprised. Okay, Scorpio. I think Ten of Wands is Sagittarius energy. Yeah. I think this is second or third Deacon Sag. Ten of Wands. Yeah. Okay, so Scorpio, ruling planet Sun. Let me think. Okay, first deacon Scorpio, that's Pluto. Second deacon Scorpio would be Moon, ruled by Moon. Third deacon Scorpio would be ruled by no, I forgot Pisces. Okay, first deacon Scorpio would be ruled by Pluto. Second deacon Scorpio would be ruled by Neptune. Third deacon Scorpio would be ruled by Moon, right? Let me double check. Well, it's saying Mars or Pluto, Moon, and then Neptune. Okay. Mars co-ruling. Okay. First deacon Scorpio, Mars, Pluto. Second deacon Scorpio, it still says Neptune. Okay, it says Moon. Look, this thing is wrong. Something is not right about this. Okay, first deacon Scorpio. Yeah, because Pisces, Cancer. Oh, wait. First deacon Scorpio, that would be Scorpio. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why I was thinking Pluto. And then the next water sign is Pisces. Okay, so Neptune. And then the next water sign is Cancer. Just like first deacon Sag will be Jupiter. Second deacon Sag will be ruled by Mars because Aries is the next fire sign. Third deacon Sag will be ruled by Leo energy. So that's Sun. Right? Yeah, Sag, Aries, Leo. Okay, let's do Taurus. First deacon Taurus will be ruled by Venus. Second deacon Taurus will be ruled by Mercury. Third deacon Taurus will be ruled by Saturn. Let me double check. Yep. Yep, I was right. Third deacon Saturn. Second deacon Mercury. But it's saying Mercury is the secondary sub-ruler. First deacon Taurus, Venus. So let me think of another zodiac sign. All right. Deacon. All right. Let's do Libra. First deacon Libra will be Venus. Second deacon of Libra will be Uranus, or maybe Saturn. Uranus. Third deacon Libra is ruled by Mercury. Yep. Okay, so first deacon the first deacon of Libra is the Two of Swords. Um, ruling planet is Venus. Second deacon, Libra, is the Three of Swords, ruled by Saturn. It said, yep, like I said, Uranus, Saturn, Uranus, Saturn. I was thinking more so Uranus, but Uranus, Saturn, that makes sense. And third deacon, of course, Mercury, that's the Four of Swords. That makes sense now. I bet you I won't forget that again. That makes sense. Because Libra, okay, what would be considered the first air sign? Wouldn't it be Libra? Libra would be cardinal. Is Libra cardinal? Cardinal air? Let me think. Okay, Aries. Aries, Taurus. No, Gemini. Gemini is mutable. Right? Isn't Gemini mutable? Look, I don't know where my mind is at. All right, cardinal, fixed, mutable. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. Okay, so Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. Okay, Aries brings it in. Taurus, pretty much keeps it going. Gemini ends it, right? The cardinal, fixed, mutable, or takes it out, right? Mutable. And then we will have Cancer. No, Cancer. What the fuck? Why am I so confused? Cancer is what? Cardinal, fixed, mutable. Am I missing one of the? Or no, Cancer is also cardinal, right? Yep. Okay, got it right. All right, so because Cancer brings in summer solstice. Okay, so cardinal, fixed, mutable. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and then we have Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. Yeah. Libra is cardinal. I was right. So that is the beginning of, what is that, fall? Yep. Libra, fall. Okay, so Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, mutable. Sagittarius, Scorpio is fixed. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. Okay, that's how I remembered it the first time. Makes sense. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. I always start with Aries. Aries is cardinal fire. Taurus is fixed earth. And this is basic astrology. Gemini is mutable air. And then Cancer is cardinal water. So it will go fire, water, air, earth. Fire, water, air, earth. That's how it will go. Fire, water, air, earth. Okay, fire, cardinal fire. Cardinal fixed. Okay, that's Aries. Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Okay. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. All right, so yeah, that makes sense. That's how you can remember that. That's how I could remember that. Aries, spring. Aries is spring. Cancer is summer. Libra is fall. And Capricorn is winter. And those 4 signs are opposites too. Cancer is opposite of Capricorn, and Aries is opposite Libra. Those are the cardinals. And Sagittarius and Gemini are mutable, and they're opposites. And what are the other 2? Leo, not Leo. Is it Leo? Leo Aquarius? Yeah. No, Virgo. Virgo is mutable. And Pisces. So it would be Virgo, Pisces. Mutables. Alright, I got it. Virgo, Pisces. Sagittarius, Gemini. Mutables. Cardinals, Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, and fixed will be Taurus, Scorpio. Okay, Taurus, Scorpio. I'm missing 2 more. Leo, Aquarius. Got it. Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. Fixed. Sagittarius, Gemini. I'm trying to remember this top of my head. Okay, Sagittarius, Gemini. What were the other 2? I just fucking said it. Sagittarius, Gemini. What else is mutable? I don't know where my mind is at. Okay. Gemini. Oh, yes. Okay, Sag, Gemini. Was it? I done forgot that damn. I will have to count again on my hands. Okay, so Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Cardinal, fixed, mutable. Cancer, Leo, Virgo. So it got to be Virgo. Opposite of Virgo is Pisces. I have to keep that in mind. Okay, so Virgo, Pisces, mutable. Virgo, Pisces. Okay, I can remember that because North Node, Pisces, South Node, Virgo. Okay, those are the mutables. Sag, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces. Cardinal, Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn. And fixed is Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. Got it. And you can always remember them fixed signs because they show up on the tarot cards. That should be easy to remember. Again, the mutables: Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces. The fixed. Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo. Cardinal, Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn. Got it. All right, so now let me see if I can remember the biblicals and their correlations to the four fixed signs. I think Matthew, because I know for sure Matthew talks about Jesus. Mark, what's in the book of Mark? I think it was just saying that it was talking about the sun in some way, shape, or form. Luke, I don't know the book of Luke. Let's see. Not by heart. But once I know him, I'm gonna know him. And that's that. Once I know him, I'm gonna know him. Shout out to, what was her name? Potato. I forgot her tarot card channel. Potato something. It was. I know it was PP. Pear Potato. Yeah. Shout out to Pear Potato. That was really dope. Thank you for coming through tonight. I appreciate you. That means we're going on this little odyssey here. Okay. 4 books of the Bible. This is what I need to remember. The Gospel of John. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay, so all of those books are about Jesus. I thought it was just Matthew, but it's all of them. Okay, that makes sense. This is so fascinating. That makes sense.
Because we have four gospels. Yeah, explain what the gospels are to people out there like me. Yeah. The good Catholics like you. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are these biographies of Jesus' life. So two of them claim to be written by eyewitnesses. Matthew is Levi the tax collector, and John is the disciple, John. Luke and Mark are not. So Luke is a traveling companion of Paul, who writes this twofold. Generally a nobody. That only gives credibility to the fact that Mark probably wrote it. Mm-hmm. And then it has this connection directly with Peter himself.
Okay, so I got to look forward to. So all of them are like he just said, biographies of Jesus. All four books. Two of them claim to be direct witnesses. The other two claim association. Okay, got it. Got it. What do you think? Did he say Mark was an associate of Peter? Or was Mark the tax collector? One or the other. Trying to figure out where do I want to start with that. Get the moral card. Yeah, instead of doing a feel, I think I'm gonna just wait for these to fall off and just do my nails over. Hmm. Confess that I'm dreaming a bunch every night. Now, where did I stop on my video? Let's go back to that. I was talking about work. Or the working class. Yep. That's where I stopped. I said something about the working class. Let's see, what did I say? The working class.
You grew up in a small town.
Yep.
Didn't graduate college, became a bartender. But also, your father was an attorney.
Yep.
Your grandfather was a
Are entrepreneurs considered working class? Yeah, right? Let me see. Wow. That makes sense though. I was thinking that too. So entrepreneurs are not traditionally categorized as working class because they typically own the means of production, their business, and derive income from profits rather than selling their labor to an employer. However, the classification depends heavily on the scale of the business, income levels, and whether they have employees. Traditional socioeconomic classifications. The owner slash capitalist class, entrepreneurs who own scalpable businesses like tech startups or large corporations and hire employees fall squarely into this category. They generate wealth from capital and the labor of others. The petite bourgeois, what the hell does it say? Bourgeois, I can't pronounce this. I need her to say it out loud. She's not talking. I hate when this thing do this. I think this is saying bourgeoisie. Okay, so this sociological term describes small business owners and self-employed individuals who own their means of production but still perform much of the labor themselves. Oh, okay. This is where most solo entrepreneurs and gig workers fit. The middle class, most independent small business owners and independent contractors identify with the middle class because they trade their time and service directly for income, often experiencing financial insecurity similar to wage earners. So the working class are employees. right. The line between working class and entrepreneurial. Okay. In strict labor and economic theory, the primary divider is the employment of others. True. Self-employed or solopreneurs or solopreneur, a freelancer or independent contractor who does not hire employees is sometimes compared to the working class. They still sell their labor but directly to consumers or clients rather than a single boss. Okay, employer entrepreneurs. As soon as an entrepreneur hires staff to generate a profit from the employee's labor, they are no longer considered working class. So as soon as an entrepreneur hires staff to generate a profit from their employees' labor, they are no longer considered working class. Okay. So I said working class. That's what I said, working class. The working class. The working class comprises individuals who earn wages or salaries, often relying on physical labor, service jobs, or non-managerial roles. Non-managerial roles. Demographically, sociologists frequently define the modern working class as the 60%. What does this mean? As the 60% of the workforce without a 4-year college degree. Why can I? Let me see. I'm thinking about you. Wonder why I act like my best. Gotta confess it all. Alright, let's see. What does this mean? Why would it copy that way? Oh, it means approximately. I wonder, did you know that? Did you know that this means approximate? Maybe you did. Approximately. Okay. Demographically, sociologists frequently define the modern working class as the approximate 60% of the workforce without a 4-year college degree, encompassing a richly diverse group of over 93 million people. A breakdown of the working class covers several key areas: definition and demographics, traditionally associated exclusively with blue-collar, manual labor, e.g., manufacturing, construction. The modern working class spans a wide range of industries. Education-based criteria, often measured as workers without a bachelor's degree. Sector, over 3/4 are employed in the service, retail, and manufacturing sectors. Diversity, the U.S. working class is richly diverse, consisting of roughly 53% non-Hispanic, white, 25% Hispanic, and 13% Black individuals, with women making up about 44%. So core characteristics: working class culture often centers around communal reliance, pragmatism, pragmatism, and a strong work ethic. Okay, got it. Mm. Okay, so what's going on? Let's see. Working class. Didn't a lot of people lose their job? Okay, in 2026, working class economic news centers around a tight job market and debates over the administration's tax and tariff policies. While blue collar sectors have seen lackluster job growth and low hiring rates, legislative efforts like the Ways and Means Committee are pushing for expanded child tax credits and an elimination of taxes over time. The 2026 labor market reality. Blue collar and working class job seekers are currently navigating a low hire, low fire environment. Employers are generally reluctant to expand headcount due to elevated labor costs and economic uncertainty. Thank you. Okay, that makes sense. Everybody's been talking about this recently. Leading many existing workers to cling to their current roles. Wage growth. Despite low overall inflation, many working class families report that wages are not keeping pace with the rising cost of utilities, gas, and rent. Job competition. For open roles, the application to hire ratio remains high, meaning job seekers often spend much longer looking for work. Political and policy shifts. Working class voters remain a pivotal demographic in the 2026 midterm elections, with both major parties actively courting them over economic anxiety. Tax cut initiatives. The administration is promoting its working family tax cuts, which aim to eliminate taxes on tips and over time expand the standard deduction and predominantly increase the child tax credit. Working Families Party response. In contrast, groups like the Working Families Party are pushing back, criticizing corporate power and arguing that recent trade and tariff policies are unfairly dividing or unfairly driving up household bills. Okay, so for a closer look at the stress and dynamic workers are experiencing when navigating the current job hunt. Okay, here are some videos. Household bills soar. It is time for okay, so I see what's going on. I have a much better understanding now. Wow. So entrepreneurs are not considered working class. In the reading, I'm talking about the working class. Period. Alright. Mm, mm, mm. But what if you're both? Like, what if you're an entrepreneur and you work a regular job? Data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics indicate that the black unemployment rate has hovered between 6.6% and 7.7% in early 2026. Overall, black employment declined significantly in recent reporting periods, with hundreds of thousands of black workers dropping out of the labor force or losing their jobs. Specific metrics traced by economists and the BLS include job losses. Reports show that between late 2025 and early 2026 alone, the number of employed black men dropped by roughly 650,000, as many left the labor market entirely. Additionally, analysis of BLS data reveals that 419,000 fewer black Americans are employed than in early 2025. Unemployment rate. The overall unemployment rate for black workers reached 6.6% in April 2026, peaking peaking in early 2026 with rates between 7.3 and 7.7%. Working class impacts. Non-college educated black men and workers in the logistics sector have experienced distinct declines in employment to population ratios. Demographic burden. Black women have been particularly hard hit with high job losses in public sector and corporate roles. Why is it so hard to get a job right now in 2026? AI overview. Getting a job in 2026 is incredibly tough due to the job to hires gap. A structural dysfunction where the hiring rate has dropped significantly. Companies are maintaining open postings without actively filling them. Yeah, I did an application recently for a restaurant. I had an interview set up and they canceled the interview twice. I was like, that's strange. Well, they had me reschedule the interviews. So I rescheduled the first time and then they said, reschedule it again. So I rescheduled it again and then I never heard anything back. And I was like, okay, they keep telling me to reschedule. And so I just stopped rescheduling. And that was for a restaurant. That was to do waitressing. That's crazy. A few critical factors make the modern job search so brutal. The ghost job phenomenon. Companies are increasingly posting jobs they have no immediate intention of filling. These are kept active to build a pipeline, appease overworked internal teams, or maintain an illusion of growth. But why? Because of this, you are sifting through millions of available openings that yield historically low callback rates. That's a waste of time. The AI application flood. Wow. The accessibility of AI tools mean candidates are mass applying to hundreds of jobs with a single click. In response, employers are using strict AI applicant tracking systems, ATS, to aggressively filter out applications before a human ever sees them. Your application is often competing with a high value a high volume of AI-generated spam, making human connection crucial but rare. Hiring freezes and layoffs. The actual pace of hiring is roughly 30% below recent peaks, with anemic payroll growth and slightly elevated unemployment hovering around 4.3% to 4.5%. Corporate cost cutting continues to depress white collar corporate and tech roles, forcing experienced professionals to compete for low tier jobs and squeezing out new graduates. A shift to skills-based hiring. Employers are tightening their standards, shifting heavily towards skills-based hiring rather than looking for a basic degree. If you lack hard, proven capabilities directly tailored to the employer's immediate problems, or if you if your resume is too vague, automated filters will reject you in seconds. How to adopt. Tailor for skills. Update your resume to emphasize specific, measurable skills rather than just listing past responsibilities. Avoid the black hole. Bypass traditional online portals when possible. Focus your efforts on networking directly with internal employees and hiring managers to bypass the AI resume screeners. Follow industry news for insights into the economic forces affecting your specific field. Track monthly hiring data directly from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. What race, I'm just reading what I see. I'm not asking these questions myself. What race has the highest unemployment rate in the U.S.? In 2022, in 2022, Black and Native American people have the highest unemployment rates among all racial and economic groups reported by the census, while Asian Americans and white people had the lowest rates. What? Let me reread that. In 2022, Black and Native American people had the highest unemployment rates among all racial and ethnic groups reported by the census, while Asian Americans and white people had the lowest rates. Oh, okay, got it. So Blacks and Native Americans had the highest rates. Whites, Asians had the lowest. Okay, what is the fastest declining job by 2030? Fastest declining jobs: clerical and administrative roles such as cashiers, bank tellers, and data entry clerks. Reskilling and upskilling. A critical priority. The report highlights a growing need for workforce reskilling, with 59% of employees requiring training by 2030. What is the most demanding job in 2026? Number 1, AI, ML, architect. AI/ML architects have become crucial players in Indian enterprises as advanced technology challenges the digital world. Indian companies plan to integrate AI into their processes by 2026, making these architects amongst the most demanding jobs in India, with exceptional career growth. What job pays $400,000 a year without a degree? Trades like electrical work, Elevator installation and plumbing can earn 400K per year with years of experience, certificates, and business ownership. Though the average salary for trades is lower, skilled tradespeople who own companies or manage large projects can break into high annual earnings. Why would they say this? What percentage of blacks receive welfare? Welfare participation rates by race and ethnic group. Percentage of income from welfare over the period. All persons. Okay, non-Hispanic white. Percentage of welfare, 11.9. Non-Hispanic black, 49.7. Percentage of income from welfare over the period, 20%, 20.2. Hispanic, 36.2. I don't see the rest. Now it just took me to the entire article. Oh, here it is. Okay, so it says non-Hispanic white, 2.7, 5.7, 8.3. It's hard to read this graph, but according to this, I don't know how old this is though. I don't know. But that popped up next. What race gets hired the most? Why is it asking these type of questions? Okay, U.S. employment rate in 2024 by race and ethnicity. The highest employment rate was found among Mexican Americans at 64.1%, and the lowest employment rate was found among Puerto Ricans at 55.5%. Why is black unemployment so high? It says AI overview. Black unemployment is persistently higher due to structural inequalities, occupational segregation, and sensitivity to economic downturns. When the labor market softens, black workers are often disproportionately impacted. Key drivers of this disparity include occupational segregation. What kind of information? Black workers are heavily concentrated in vulnerable sectors like manufacturing, government, and service-oriented industries. In recent years, downsizing in these specific fields has led to heavier job losses. Sensitivity to economic shifts, often described by economists as the canary in the coal mine. Black workers are frequently the first to feel the effects of a weakening economy, traditionally being the first fired and the last hired. That's crazy. Okay. That makes sense. It's a damn shame. Corporate and policy changes. Recent rollbacks of diversity, equity, and inclusion. DEI. Recent rollbacks of DEI, which is so sad. I just thought about Target. I don't know why I just thought about Target. Okay, DEI initiatives have disproportionately eliminated roles held by black professionals. That's sick. And then systematic bias. Wow. Ongoing racial discrimination in hiring practices, wage gaps, and a lack of access to professional networks continue to create barriers to consistent employment. For a deeper dive into the data and structural issues, you can review labor analysis from the Economic Policy Institute or the center of American progress. Mm-hmm. I don't know what else is there. Let me see. I kind of want to get something from this book really fast. I think it's 6th house. Okay, the 6th house. And then I'm gonna get up off of here because I'm tired. Okay, let's see. 6th house. Okay, so the 6th house refers to a period of personal readjustment, the 12th to a period of social and existential repolarization. Yet the 6th house type of experience leads naturally to the 7th. As a man experiences in the 12th house, the closing phase of a cycle of experience, he is also sowing, whether he knows it or not. The seeds which will produce and condition the beginning of a new cycle in the 1st house. Why should there be experiences of 6th house readjustment? And what does such readjustment imply? This question can be answered by considering the fact that the 6th house follows the 5th house of self-expression and emotional or creative activity. A time comes in every man's life when he is forced to realize that what he does, feels, or thinks does not come up to the idea of behavior. Wait, a time. Let me reread that. A time comes in every man's life when he is forced to realize that what he does, feels, or thinks does not come up to the idea of behavior, personal achievement, and success, which he has set for himself. Even the most self-satisfied individual is aware of some lack. His self-satisfaction is very often a screen behind which he hides an unacknowledged sense of inferiority, uncertainty, or dread of failure. If there were such a thing as a completely self-satisfied person, life would someday prove to him that his body or his mind, his emotions or his nerves were not able to meet some emergency or challenge. Illness, pain, inner doubts, and conflicts are characteristic proofs of at least relative defeat or inadequacy. But who can succeed completely in the exteriorization exteriorization and actualization of the potentialities inherent in his personality. Once the creative work is completed, the composer, writer, or artist is often painfully aware that he could have produced a greater work. The lever comes to the point where, or the lever comes to the point when love ebbs away, or brusquely terminates the poignant feeling. And the poignant feeling may arise. Why was I not able to keep this relationship radiant for feeling? What did I do or say that disturbed or killed the feeling of communion? As the parent or educator who encounters the rebelliousness and perhaps scorn or enmity of the child he had wanted to educate, cannot help but wonder what he did wrong, or if the idea he projected upon the child was really of any value. Thus, an experience of failure arises as self-expression and creative efforts meet reversals, and the mind and the soul feel empty and defeated by life, indeed, to some degree at least, self-defeated. The real problem in such circumstances is what the individual does with his experience of failure and the results of at least relative defeat. How does he respond to the realization that he lacks strength, endurance, adaptability, technical skill or wisdom, refinement, and the ability genuinely to love? How does he meet the realization of the necessity of self-improvement? How should he meet it so as to ensure the best possible results? A man's true inner worth is often revealed when he has to face experiences of inadequacy, lack, frustration, or defeat. When he is equal to the original needs of the day and able to meet with fair poise what life and society or his family demand of him, we see only his abilities at work. When these fail or are not equal to their task, when his body falls ill or his mind loses its normal stability, then we see the person himself. But we actually come to know this person's real self not so much by what he achieves as by the way he approaches the excuse me. But we actually come to know this person's real self not so much by what he achieves as by the way he approaches the emergency, by the quality of his response to lack and defeat. If a person with great reserves of vitality falls ill and makes a spectacular recovery, if a nation confronted with a war or disaster throws itself successfully into a program of enormous production, this does not necessarily reveal the greatness of the individual's inner self or of the soul of the people. What counts spiritually is the quality of the effort and what this effort creates in the person or the nation. It is the aftermath of victory that tests the spiritual quality of the victory. It is what victory does to the mind and soul of the victorious. Crises are opportunities for growth as well as challenges, but there is growth and growth. A man can grow bigger and fatter, more wealthy and more self-important. Does that make him better able to meet the next crisis? Does it make him come closer to fulfillment of his true and essential purpose in life? If it does not, then it is not, if it does not, then it is only a false kind of growth. To grow is to become actually and efficiently what you are potentially as a spiritual being at the threshold of your birth. It is to achieve the essential purpose of your life as a whole, God's purpose for you, as the religiously inclined person would say. That's the Astrological Houses Individual Experience by Dane Rudyard.